everyone. How are you? So I'm sitting here with my cat Booger. I guess she's decided that she wants to be part of my React Day. She was chilling on my lap until the end of the intro, and then she decided she wanted to crawl up on my shoulder. So I guess I'm gonna have to do the React with her just wanting to perch on my shoulder. But what are we doing tonight? Well, tonight we are reacting to Foodie Beauty's live, which she just ended, that went on for almost 3 hours, called Beezers Unite. So I'm going to cover that as well as some stuff that I found on Twitter, her community post, and I would like to show Chantal an alternative to getting a full-size washer and dryer that she's got in her apartment. Because if you have a small place, as I mentioned in the last React, you want to be smart about your choices for the things you put in your apartment, especially something big. I would just like to show her something that she could have had in the apartment if she had just thought about the space and really wanted to be smart about where she places things. And putting a full-size washer and dryer in the bathroom with exposed wiring and all that, just not smart. So yeah, we're going to go over all of that. As far as the Beezers Unite live, we're not going to cover all of that. There's no way that I'm doing a 6-hour react. You guys don't have time for that. You've got things to do. So we're just going to get the meat and potatoes and move it along. So let's see, where are we going to start first? Well, how about we start with Twitter? Yes, because there's some pleasant stuff on Twitter. I like to give you guys some stuff that you can smile about. It's always good to start out there. So there's my Twitter. For anyone who wants to find me on Twitter, there you go. Wow, girl Sarah. Okay, this is from Angie Baby and Lillian Thorne. So I guess this is a new picture that Foodie posted on her Insta. Foodie, this was not a great picture. Not quite sure why you posted that. You look angry. You look miserable. And that's the new, I believe that's your new abaya, the floral print one. Not the best print for you, Foodie, especially with that expression. It's not flattering at all. This is from Today Years Old. So this is a husky next to a full-size wolf. And the husky's expression is like, if I don't move, I won't get hurt. It's like, I'm just going to play it cool. I'm not going to do anything. I'm not moving. Yeah, I'm just going to sit here and just pretend like I'm a statue. Yeah, that'll work. You know, the husky's like, I'm outclassed here, and I know it. I think I'll just sit here and just be docile. But look at the size of the wolf next to the husky. The husky's like, I got nothing. I got nothing for it. No. This is from Judge Judy. So I guess during this live, Foodie Beauty decided to dox Perfectly Imperfect again. Foodie, when are you going to cut that out? When are you going to stop that? It's not cool to sit there and dox people in your lives, ma'am. And I'm not quite sure why you keep going after Perfectly Imperfect. So Judge Judy has a lot to say to Foodie about that, as you can see. But yeah, during the live, she talks about Perfectly Imperfect. This is from Holly Go Heavy. Holly says, okay, I'm very confused here. Foodie Beauty complaining that the air conditioning needs to be dropped. She realizes it's set to 22 Celsius, which works out to 71 degrees Fahrenheit, and gets a note on how it's BS. It's been in the 60s or low 70s since she arrived. It's not just her abaya or hijab. Is there no windows anywhere? So Foodie is a woman of a much bigger size. which means she's going to get warmer faster, especially wearing the hijab and the abaya. And dark clothing tends to hold in heat. So she's of a much bigger size and she's wearing something where she's completely covered. So she's going to be warmer than normal. So 71 degrees is too hot for you, Foodie? Um, I can't deal with being in a house that's under 75 degrees. It's freezing to me. But for you, you're completely hot. Yeah. So how are you going to deal with temperatures going up to say 114 degrees in Kuwait in a few months? You are going to be completely uncomfortable. You're going to be unable to leave the house. So, question, if YouTube is your job and if you promise people to do entertaining vlogs and all that, how are you going to do that if it becomes summertime in Kuwait with extreme temperatures and you're not going to be able to deal with it? You're not going to be able to leave the house to do anything. Everything you do is going to have to be indoors with the AC cranked down as low as you can possibly get it. Mrs. Koki says, except that she's already been encouraged to wear Western clothes and could just cook in light, long pants and shirt with her hijab. She can't just physically stand and cook. Rest in peace, kitchen office chair. So Shenanigans posted Chantal's community post. This is the newest one where Chantal is saying, okay, this is a bad edit, but I have some bad news. I find it way too hot to cook in an abaya and hijab. So for now, until I'm healthier, I will have to forego cooking lives or on camera. I will do a regular hangout stream and maybe eat what I cooked with you guys. See you soon. So you could wear your hijab, Foodie, if you wanted to, and just wear something light and comfortable. You don't have to wear the abaya. Oh, boogers wanting to get up with here with me again. Um, you don't have to wear the abaya all the time, Foodie. You can stay modestly covered and do your cooking. But as people have pointed out, you got that full size stove, and stoves do generate a lot of heat. So, how are you going to deal with having a stove running and doing a cooking live when it raises the temperature inside the apartment and you can't deal with anything that is above 71 degrees? Like, I will never understand somebody who A, doesn't like to cook, B, doesn't like high temperatures, getting a full size stove, especially for a small apartment. If you're someone you know you're not a cook per se, if you eat out a lot, it makes no sense to get a full size stove. Same thing with the washer and dryer. Speaking of which, while we're here, I'd like to show you guys something that I found on Amazon. So, Foodie, you got the full size washer and dryer, which you could have gotten. What would have been a smarter choice is something like this. So, this is a portable washing machine, and there are many models like this. They're not expensive, and they're made for small apartments, RVs, dorms. This would have been the smarter choice because if just it's just you and Sala, you don't need anything huge. It, you're not doing a crap ton of laundry, so why not get something smaller and smarter that will take up less space? So this is just one model. As you can see, it's fairly cheap. Why not get something like that and save the space? And it would have looked better and functioned better for what you got going on. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So let's go back over to Twitter again. All right. So Foodie's like saying, oh, I can't do cooking lives. And she's saying she's not going to do them until she gets healthier. So when is that going to happen, Foodie? When is that going to happen? When are you going to get healthier? How are you going to get healthier? A lot of the food that you eat is very carb heavy. It's very calorie heavy. You eat late at night, right before bed, and that is the absolute worst thing to do, to load up on calories and carbs right before you go to sleep. That's a surefire way to gain even more weight. And with the lives that I've seen you do, you are breathing heavy, you have limited mobility. You really should slow down with that. You really should just put your health anymore above a paycheck. Because what good is a paycheck if you're bedbound, if you can't go anywhere, if you're making yourself ill? I mean, what comfort is that money going to be if you end up putting yourself in the hospital or worse? So Foodie's saying, no, no cooking lives. Okay, then get rid of the full size stove. Get rid of it. There's no sense in having it. This is something cool from HY Bender. This is a sugar glider. Look at the sugar glider go. I've always thought that sugar gliders are cool creatures. Sugar glider is just running, running, running. And the cool thing about sugar gliders is they can fly. What a fun creature it is. Another flattering shot of Chantal from Hype Girl. This is from Mrs. Robinson. Sala is controlling the money. He's saving for the Canadian dream and the real wife. He's probably paying her taxes to be able to apply for sponsorship. I know she's really miserable because she can't spend the money on takeout and paneer. So is Sala controlling her money? Hmm. Let's watch the clip and see what Chantal has to say.
I don't help. He's with his rent now. Any financial ties we had, like dependency together, whatever. And like Salah has been, I swear, this is like one of the reasons God sent him to me when my life was a mess and I needed somebody. Like he's so good at like saving and he's one of those people that like is just really good at saving and really responsible with their money. So I have a lot to learn from him, that's for sure. And he's very responsible. So I need some.
Okay, so I've got a question. So Sala really isn't working. The only thing he's working is Chantal, but he doesn't have a normal job per se to make his own money, to make his own paycheck. You know, he's around at all hours, coming home late at night, so he doesn't have a regular job. Chantal is his job. So she's saying that he's really good about saving money, but obviously he's not making his own money from his own employment. So he's good about saving her money. So he has access to her money and he's basically putting it back in some way. Does he have control of her accounts? I'm just wondering.
Someone like that. Usually, like the people I would be with would be like, we'd be both codependent and just really financially irresponsible, you know? So yeah, I see a light at the end of the tunnel. Like like I have a, you know, I just don't feel like I'm on my own. Like I have a light at the end of the tunnel. I have a long-term plan and I'm hoping, I'm just trying to like tunnel focus on that and just be positive and happy and really just like, you know, just focus on improving our lives because there's so much work to do.
Yeah, you're right about that. You've got a lot of work to do on your life. And the sad thing is, you did not have to move to another country to fix your life. You could have stayed in Canada, in the villa, and done it all there. But I think you wanted to be with Sala. This is just my opinion, y'all. I think that Chantal is so against adulting and being an adult. Like she is so lazy and she is so against being a grown up and having responsibilities that she doesn't want to do it anymore. She wants someone else to do all of the responsibilities and the adulting and oh, you take care of the bills, you take care of the rent, you make all the decisions. She doesn't want to do it. She wants to give it all to somebody else. Well, here's the problem with that, Chantal. By giving all the responsibilities to another person, by putting them in control, they are in control. You're giving over control to another person. You no longer have it. You put yourself in a very vulnerable position, all because you don't want to be an adult. You're giving over your independence to another person, and that is your freedom, I guess, to do that. But, like, your level of lazy is just insane to me. Are you, honest question, are you wanting to kind of go through a second childhood? Are you trying to revert back to childhood in a very strange way where you want someone else to take control so that you can just be free of responsibility? I'm just asking. I'm not being sarcastic. I'm just asking an honest question. Are you kind of like wanting to be like a child again and have no responsibilities, so give them all to somebody else? And do you want to do that to somebody that really doesn't love you? They don't love you, they have no emotional attachments to you. Do you want to do that? I guess in your mind it's worth it. You want that kind of freedom, but that kind of freedom comes at a price. You give over your independence, you give over the control to another person, then there is a high probability it will be abused. But that is what you wanted with your life, so you got to take what comes with that. Okay, this is from Mrs. Robinson saying, yup, she'll be raging the first day of Ramadan. She's trying so hard to refrain from going after FFG, but fasting will trigger her because she can't cope without food. Ramadan is going to be lit. So, an interesting thing about Chantal and Ramadan, she is swearing that during Ramadan, she's going to be working out. I can't see that happening. I don't see how she's going to work out. If she can't stand up and do cooking and deal with the heat of an oven while cooking, how in the world is she going to work out? And that's going to generate a lot of body heat. Like you get hot, you sweat, you're exhausted. She's not used to exertion of any kind. How is she going to work out during Ramadan? How is that going to work? But let's watch the clip regardless.
So yeah, before you call me horrible, but like and vile, please look at the community around you, because I'm not the one sitting here body shaming somebody for like 2 hours, or leaving businesses reviews and trying to mess with people's livelihoods every chance I get. I don't do that shit. So actually, compared to most people claiming that I'm vile, you're actually way, way, way worse, way worse. And I've realized.
And I will say again, for anybody leaving reviews at the restaurants or establishments that Chantal and Sala are going to, please, please think ahead of yourself and understand that by trying to spite Chantal by doing that, you're hurting people that are working at the restaurant. You might be hurting the owner of the restaurant who are doing no harm to anyone. You might be impacting their paychecks and their living. So think ahead. Please don't do that. You got a problem with Chantal? Okay. But before you leave a review on a business of any kind, think about the fact that those people have nothing to do with Chantal. They are not part of the foodieverse, and they depend on that business to make a living. Have some consideration and respect for those people. You don't have to respect Chantal, you don't have to like her, but have respect for those people just trying to make a living and get their bills paid. Okay? This is from P. P says Sala used to go to work every day. He took a month off when she got there and never went back. Now he makes a few phone calls a day for his job. Things have changed very much for Sala since his piggy bank arrived. So let's watch the clip from P.
And then Salah like is able to take care of all of his bills with his job or whatever, which I don't understand why people don't like. What was he doing for, like, how was he surviving without me before he met me? Like, how was he able to like buy a car with like no installment? How was he able to afford his apartment? How was he able to afford living? Like, like it's just weird. Like none of that changed since he met me.
I remember Chantal telling all of us that when she was in Canada, that she would spend $4,000 a month on food. That's just on food. Then you got to figure in the money for the junk food. Then the money she was spending at the dispensary because she was spending thousands of dollars at the dispensary, coupled with the money she was paying on the rent and the bills there. So now that she's in Kuwait, the money that she was spending on those things in Canada, she's no longer spending. So is it any wonder, is it any curiosity that here's Sala popping up with the car and the new phone and everything else? Maybe that money that Chantal was spending on those things are able to buy things for him on top of the money that she might be giving him just to be part of her channel. So maybe that's why he's cool with her being there. The fact that now that she's in Kuwait, more money could be given to him versus the money going towards other things that are not him. So it's no big mystery to me how all of these things are happening. That they've got the car, they got the new iPhone. Like, where's that money coming from? It's coming from Chantal because Salah doesn't have a regular job. He's working her, and she's still making the money on YouTube, and it's coming directly from her end. Okay, this is from Tweets of Cats. This is a beautiful cat, but I feel judged. Like I feel like I should go do the dishes. I feel judged by this cat. The cat's got that disapproving mom look, like you need to go clean your room. Disapproving cat. I feel judged. I need to go clean my room or go do the dishes or something. Beautiful cat though. Beautiful, beautiful cat. Just the eyes, man. The eyes are killing me. Okay, this is from Scary Underwater. This is some cool footage. I didn't know capybaras can do this. They can swim under the water and gracefully too. Check it out. I mean, just gliding underneath the water. I didn't know they could do that. Very, very cool. This is from No Cats, No Life. Aw, the baby's getting a hug. That's the cutest thing. All right, that's everything from Twitter. And now we're going to go to her live. And like I said, we're not going to cover all of it. There's no possible way. I hate it when she does these really, really long lives because you can't cover a lot of it. After a certain point, you have to stop. But we'll just cover some of it. There's going to be no chat with this live, y'all, because it takes forever to process. The longer the live, the longer it takes for the live chat to process. Look, I'll even do a refresh.
You mean like aspects of
Shut up, Chantal. I'm not ready for you. Oh, wait. It did process. My bad. It did process. Let me just try it again.
high A plus slay?
I told you to shut up, Chantal. I ain't ready for you yet. Okay, now I'm ready for you. Okay, let's see what Miss Chantal has to say.
Against what? No, I didn't say we're uniting against anything. We're uniting to bees. Sleep anywhere. Yes.
I hate that. We're uniting the bees. Bees means misbehaving. How ridiculous. You're 38 years old and you're still misbehaving like a juvenile.
They sleep anywhere. Literally, he sometimes falls asleep on the couch here. And like just spread out, like no blanket. So I'm just like I like the apartment. I live in the States and I've lived in New York City. This would be 2025. I know, Kelly. You would be amazed. Things are so different here, price wise and everything. Um, yeah, somebody in my financial situation, as you all know, Oh my freaking, hold on.
Her financial situation. Yeah, let's discuss that for a minute. Your financial situation. Oh, that is such a great. The freeze frame is perfect. I might just make that into a thumbnail. Hold up. Oh, wait, wait, wait. I'm sorry. I'm petty like that. Let me just get my thumbnail. Let me just get it. I mean, because hey, it's a great shot. Here we go. You're looking good, Chantal. Looking really good. All right. So yeah, let's talk about your financial situation, Chantal. Let's talk about it. How did you get into the financial situation that you're in? You got into it by being ridiculous and stupid with your money and putting it in places where it did not need to be. By giving it to a guy, you gave thousands of dollars to Natter, spent so much money on Natter for what? To party? To fund his lifestyle versus fixing your problems? You got in trouble with the tax man? Don't come on here and try to make it sound like you're a victim of circumstance. You are not a victim. If you're financially strapped or in financial trouble, it's trouble that you caused yourself. It didn't have to go that way. You ran all the way to Kuwait because you're in financial trouble, but no sympathy over here because you caused it. You completely caused it. Where did she go?
Oh, my cough will not go away. I got the router in case. Hold on. I kept it on my. I made lentil soup. So I took my ring off to do the dishes. And now it's back. Where are you guys? Sabre, happy birthday, by the way. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
Hold on a second. What was that? Y'all listen carefully.
Oh, my cough will not go away. I got the router in case. Hold on. I kept it on my. I made lentil soup. So I took my ring off to do the dishes. And now it's back. Where are you guys? Sabre, happy birthday, by the way. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Sabre Beezer. Happy birthday to you. Rubbed his tummy like a baby. Yeah. Hi, Tracy. Hi. I need to catch up. So, rent is a lot, but chicken and falafel are. I didn't turn time out Colonel Sanders. Why is he timed out? What the hell? I swear I didn't do it. Am I being hacked? Why am I so red? Tracy, you know what? There's no filters on this phone.
You're a liar. There is a filter on your phone. And this is why I say you got a filter on your phone because you are someone that you deal with rosacea, and rosacea can appear as red blotches on your cheeks. So if there are no filters on your phone, why can't we see the rosacea more clearly? You've got the skin smoothing filter on, Foodie. And although the contour filter isn't turned to maximum level, you still got that on too.
That's probably why. My face is always red, and that's why I do not. The red is coming from her phone. Yeah. I do not want to cook in an abaya and hijab. Like, I just won't do that.
Hold on a second. So Flop Aaron says, Queen, can you address the dryer not having a vent? So the dryer doesn't have a vent? So where does all the warm air go to? Inside the apartment?
I won't do it. I was so crabby trying to make the lentil soup. I'm like, I want to do a TikTok video. Gonna make a cute Ramadan recipe. No, I'm not. Okay. I was dying, dripping sweat. I'm freaking out. Like, I look like a tomato. I'm not doing it until I'm healthier. No.
So basically, what you're saying is, even though you promised people better content, you said you would do cooking content. You're saying, I'm not doing that until I'm healthier. So that means no cooking content for several months or longer, depending on how long it takes you to get healthier. Right? That's what you're saying.
Whatever that will be. The central air is not broken, but it's probably on 23, which I can't stand. We're always battling because Salah's always cold and I'm always hot. So I'll be like, babe,
I'm not trying to be rude, Foodie, but that's because you are of a bigger size, which means you're gonna be hotter, be warmer than Salah. Salah's got smaller body mass, so he's going to get cold faster. Okay. I'm in a roommate situation. I'm smaller than my roommate, and temperatures that are comfortable for him are freezing for me. It's just, it happens, like different body types. Some people are warmer than others, some people get colder faster than others. He's smaller than you, so he's going to get cold faster. And especially if you keep turning down the temperature.
baby, I'm gonna get you a sweater, okay? So I go in the wardrobe, get him a sweater. What comments, basic? Oh, no, I didn't see that basic, actually. No, I didn't. Frankie Porch Maggot King, hello. I want to make some tea or something. So I was supposed to like cook rice and fish. I have the fish marinating in the fridge. Excuse me. But hello, Mirela. Um, I don't want to cook it like if Salah's not gonna eat right now. Like I wasn't banking on him falling asleep, so but he's not feeling the greatest, I guess, and he's really tired. So it's 2:30 a.m. I know our sleep pattern is like all messed up. I'll go.
Foodie, you talked about you're not going to do any cooking lives until you get healthier. But how are you going to get healthy if you're eating late at night, which is bad, very bad, and you're not getting proper sleep? Here's a little something for you or for anybody who might be interested. If you are not getting enough sleep, by not getting enough sleep, what happens, y'all? You wake up tired. And what happens when you wake up tired? You crave carbs. Why? Because carbs are fuel for the body. You will crave sugary things like donuts and you want that sugar. Your body is craving the sugar because it's tired. Not only that, by not getting enough sleep, your body will produce cortisol, which is the fat hormone. So, not getting enough sleep can lead to weight gain or potential weight gain. So, you're not sleeping, Foodie. You're not getting proper sleep. You're saying you want to get healthy, but you're not getting proper sleep, and you're eating before bed. It's just, how are you going to get healthy with those two things not being fixed?
Put the AC on 19. You think that'll break something? It's almost 3 a.m. I know, but you know, no, so Ramadan is not. It's the next day, apparently, because the
The flop era says, I wasn't banking on him falling asleep, ma'am. It's almost 3 in the morning, right? When exactly is Salah supposed to go to sleep? It's 3 in the morning, Foodie. You should be in bed.
crescent moon was not sighted, so
I mean, he's supposed to be her husband. Why wouldn't you want to sleep next to your husband? Why is he in bed by himself and why are you not in bed next to him?
yeah. So what's new, guys?
Or, and this is a possibility, is she doing this stream while he's asleep so she can come online and say what she wants to say and he's not there? And also to do kind of like a sneak bees, do the sneak eating. Is that what you're doing, Foodie? You wait till he goes to sleep so that you can eat whatever you want and he doesn't see you? Is that what's up?
Everybody cooks fish here, Flop. It's Kuwait. They have fresh fish. People like when you walk, like any you smell fish, really delicious cooked fish everywhere. Like good food. Hi, Breezes. Hi. It's Thursday, inshallah. Yes. Are you gonna be doing Ramadan? Oh yeah, you already told me. You already told me, Alicia. We still have the heat on in Michigan. I wish it was summer. Yeah, I keep forgetting. Like it's like pretty much summer like all year here to me. Like even in the winter here, it's like 25. That's summer to me.
Yeah, wait a few months. When the temperatures outside reach over 100 degrees, and you better hope and pray that your AC doesn't break down, Foodie. Oh, you would not like it.
Yeah, I have to take off makeup before wood like before wudu or during wudu. No, before wudu. Ottawa still sucks.
Wait a second. So this person, basic, do you see what they're saying in chat? Basic is saying Ramadan starts at sunrise. Get eating. You need to put on weight before the fast starts. Basic, are you a feeder? It sounds like you're a feeder. I know there are feeding people in her chat. Are you one of them? It kind of sounds like it. She's over 500 pounds, sir or ma'am. She has trouble walking and breathing, and you're over there saying, put on more weight. What is the matter with you?
Yeah, I don't miss it. Honestly. Especially like I don't know, I was talking to my mom and like I feel kind of sad that I probably won't be going home for like at least maybe 3 to 4 years. Um
So you're basically saying you're not leaving Kuwait, but yet how are you going to be able to stay if you're on a tourist visa? You're not a legal resident there. So if you're not going back home to Canada for 3 or 4 years, where are you going to go? Because you can't stay where you're at.
inshallah. Oh my god, is that my hair? It's like getting out of hand. I can't even contain it in my hijab anymore. You're not blocked. um so I'm like I don't know. I feel like there are people who go a long time without seeing their family, and we do talk on video and everything. So, but I just can't do the trip. It's so traumatic for me to like I can't do it. So I don't know. Maybe I'll do it. I don't know. Maybe once a year. I don't know. I don't want to do it without Salah and you know. So we're planning on like just traveling and stuff. Maybe I don't know. And then after a little while, maybe I'll go home. But honestly, like with the financial mess I was in, it's just like makes so much sense for me to live like in a country where it's like just everything is like, I have somebody who pays most of the bills. I don't really have to worry about money as much. Um, I also
It sounds like he's got control of her accounts because, as I said earlier, he doesn't have a regular job. He's not making all the money. It sounds like she's giving control of her money to him so that he's taking care of everything.
the money I'm not making like nearly. I'm making like a fraction of the money I made like at one time on YouTube. So I know it's a long time to be away, but it's such a long journey. I don't know.
Why are you making a fraction of the money you used to on YouTube? It's because of everything you've done to your channel. It's because the way you talk to people. It's because the way you treat people, Foodie. It's your fault. It's your fault. It's your fault for being lazy and not doing what you should have done to make your channel a success. Just taking this attitude of, I don't have to value my audience. I don't have to put thought or pride into myself or my content. I can just do the bare basic minimum and just skate off of that. That's why. There are channels that are not even half your size in number as far as subs, and they do much better than you as far as making money and the engagement. Like, you're not smart that way. You're not YouTube smart.
say that, but like I plan on being like a resident for at least a few years, if not.
But you're on a visa. You're not a resident, though. So if you're planning on staying past the time of what your visa allows, once you do that, there can be legal troubles with that.
Maybe indefinitely. Um, honestly, like I'm gonna do a video about it, but like the differences between Canada and the Middle East, like in Kuwait, for me, living here is so much better.
This person, basic, you're getting on my nerves. I don't know you, but you're getting on my nerves. This person, you see what they're saying? Can we do a pre-Ramadan B moment? As if she needs to have a B moment. As if she needs to have a B moment. At being over 500 pounds, like she needs a B moment. Really basic? Really? Really?
Toriana, welcome to Very Important Beezers Ready to Peace. When it's 50 degrees. Well, Flopera, I have AC, so you're back. Welcome back. Um, so yeah, you know, anything I need to take care of Canada wise, finances, I can do from here. So it's not like, you know what I mean? Electric cuts. There's no electric cuts. Like AC, you have to have AC here. You cannot live without AC. Is there anything you don't like about Kuwait? Not really. I'm trying to think of something. Do you guys have anything that you wouldn't like about living here? I could try to think if I agree or not. You're not blocked on the couples channel community tab, are you? I never blocked you. That's weird. I'll check though. I thought I seen your comments the other day. Update on the Haitian man. He told me today that he's been stringing me along since the first date. Oh, that's too bad. Well, you know what? Dump him. Like, don't even have time for these people. Like, goodbye. Address cheese being 70% of your diet. That's true. I gotta lay off the sodium. Absolutely. Speaking of which, now that I'm not making the fish and rice, I kind of want Indomie and kiri cheese. The heat, I know. Honestly, it's not like a humid heat though. Like so far, it's bearable. Like we've been going out in the day, and it's been not bad. Hi, Carla. Okay, community tab. Sweaty pig. I don't help Pete's with his rent, no. Any financial ties we had, like dependency together, whatever. And like Salah has been, I swear, this is like one of the reasons God sent him to me. My life was a mess and I needed somebody like he's so good at like saving and he's one of those people that like is just really good at saving and really responsible with their money. So I have a lot to learn from him, that's for sure. And he's very responsible.
You know, I would be embarrassed to be an almost 40-year-old woman and be so financially irresponsible that I'm depending on a younger man to do the adulting. That's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. She's older than Salah, and yet, in order to fix part of her financial mess that she got herself into, she's giving him control of her accounts and her finances. Imagine that, like this 39-year-old woman, I think she's 39, but she's so reckless and irresponsible and stupid with money that she depends on him to be smart with money. Wow.
So I need someone like that. Usually, like the people I would be with would be like, we'd be both codependent and just really um, financially irresponsible, you know? So,
You know what, Foodie? This is where I'm going to drag you a little bit. Ma'am, you're a predator. You are a predator, and you know how foul you are. You know you're so incredibly foul that you would seek out people that were financially hurting and wave your money in their face and tell them, look, if you need this money, if you want this money, you have to be associated with me. You have to do what I say. You have to go along with the program. You have to give me what I want. You help me, I'll help you. But you are not interested in an independent man with his own means, with his own money, because then that would mean your partner has too much of their own power. You were always on the lookout for men that were financially strapped, and you would prey on them, like Natter. I'm not taking up for Natter. He's a scumbag. He can go live in a ditch for all I care. But you looked at him and thought, this guy's a loser. He's got no money. I like him. So I can hold my money over his head and gain control of him. Likewise, he looked at you and said, here's this super morbidly obese woman who's thirsty for love, and I can get one over on her. And the both of you underestimated each other, and then all the drama happened. But he took you for a lot of money just because you could not deal with somebody telling you no. Your ego just could not deal with not having control of him. So the two of you engaged in a tug of war of control for over a year. But you have not been interested in an independent man in the longest. The last truly independent man that's been in your life was BB Malin. And we saw what happened with him. He got his fill of you and then he dumped you. So after BB, you decided, I don't want to be with a man that has the choice to walk away from me. I want to take the choice and the freedom away. And I'm just going to look for guys that I can take advantage of, that they can't escape me. And here's Salah. Salah's depending on your money. And now he's got control of your accounts. And you're okay with that. But Salah is not independent, doesn't have his own money, doesn't have his own job. So in a way, you feel like you have control by him being at your beck and call all the time. Well, that can easily turn around on you.
yeah, I see a light at the end of the tunnel. Like I have a, I just don't feel like I'm on my own. Like I have a light at the end of the tunnel. I have a long-term plan, and I'm just trying to like tunnel focus on that and just be positive and happy and really just like, just focus on improving our lives because there's so much work to do. Hi, sweet vintage though. I mean, the basic human rights are.
There's a saying, Chantal, and I said, it's one of your Beezers actually said this in your chat. And I saw this person say it, and I'm like, that is so true. What they said was, health is wealth. What a true statement. Health is wealth. Your health is important. If you don't have your health, what do you have? Health relates to the quality of life. And right now, as far as health being your wealth, you're practically broke because you don't have your health. Your health sucks. Your health absolutely sucks. You want to go travel, you want to spend time with Salah, but yet your quality of life, your health is so bad, you can't even stand up to cook at your stove. You can't walk for more than 2 minutes. So if you want to spend time with Salah, whether you guys are married or not, how are you going to enjoy your time together if, in a word, you're such a burden to him? Like he's got to cater to your lack of health.
There's something I wouldn't like in Kuwait. I wouldn't enjoy my son being in prison and possibly killed because he's gay. It's not like you're going to be arrested just for being gay. Like, if you're like making out on the street or something like that, like, you know, I thought that too, Lynn, but actually Salah explained it more. Like, there are gay people here. They probably just are very private. I don't know. But I can understand that if you're gay, yeah, I would understand not wanting to live here, sure, but I'm not gay, so for me, my situation, sorry, I can't get rid of my cough, is, ideal for me. Like I'm gonna, as a resident, I'll have a huge a break on a lot of things that I can catch up on my stuff in Canada, and then, you know, just
Chantal, you are not a legal resident there. You cannot take advantage of any health care there. Salah's not even a real resident. He's from Syria. So this talk that you're doing about, oh, I'm going to live here for years and blah, blah, blah. I mean, you're just on a tourist visa. You're not a legal resident. And I don't think the two of you are really married. So, like, there's a lot of things wrong here.
try to, yeah, just, other things. Just, I don't know. I guess, like, if you're Muslim, it's just a really good, I just like being here more. I just feel like I fit in more. I don't know how to explain it. Also, people aren't, I hate for lack of better term, but like, people are just not shit here. Like,
Oh, really? So, what are you trying to imply? That people in other countries are crap? Are you trying to say that people in Canada are crap? That people in the United States are crap? No, ma'am. No, there are good people everywhere. No, I'm sure there are lots of people in Canada, but they are not crap. And as far as you fitting into Kuwait, how would you know that you fit in there if you're not really socializing with anybody? You're not even doing what you could do to be part of society. You're not learning the language. You're not being respectful of the people. You go out in public and you show people's faces on camera when they clearly don't want to be seen. You're not being respectful.
like, yes, I've noticed people completely just dog crapping on everything we do, including our place. We really don't care anymore. Like, we're really just focusing on, like I said, positive. And if people just want to nitpick, like cracks on the wall and stuff like that, in a place where they're really just culturally ignorant, that says more about them than us. And we're just finished even acknowledging it. Like I said in my comments, from now on, you're gonna have, even if you cut off my arm, I'm just gonna do it. You're just gonna sit there and smile as you do it. So, but yeah, it's just that, like, we just have a lot of other more important things to focus on, and that's just what we're gonna do, I guess. You know. Yeah, Aisha, exactly. Yeah, even like straight people here are not. It's not making out in public's not a thing. Like you have to understand that this is not Canada. This is not the U.S. It's a completely different culture, completely different way of life. It's an Islamic state, Islamic country. So you know, um, does the filming situation bother you? What do you mean? No, I can film. I can film. The only thing we don't film is like oil fields and stuff like that. you know, our
Well, on top of the oil fields, which you should not be filming, you should be more mindful about not showing people on camera that don't want to be seen. I mean, the vlog that you did at the restaurant, you can watch it back, Chantal. There were people hiding their faces. You shouldn't be doing that.
cutting off bees. I should think she's well, she's more knowledgeable than a lot of people actually. Basic. Balance is wonderful in a relationship. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. It's just like I don't know. It's nice just being with someone who cares about our future, like the health of our future, like everything, my health, how everything, you know what I mean? Like the in so many ways. Hi A plus.
Huh? So Sala cares about her health. In what way does he care about her health? In the beginning, he was telling her, yes, you need to lose weight. Yes, you need to exercise. But I think the two of them had a talk off camera. And she told him, this is what people pay me for. They pay me to eat on camera. And Sala is around for the money and he wants to her to make the most money. So anymore, he's like, eat whatever you want. I'll go get it. You want to eat fast food? I'll go get the fast food. You want desserts? I'll bring you home desserts. If he cares so much about her health, why is he okay with her eating tons and tons of food all the time?
Slay. Whose comments did I miss? What do I miss most about Canada? Um, well, besides my family, you mean like aspects about Canada? I miss my family. Uh, I don't know, not really much. Sometimes I miss. Um, no, I don't. I really don't miss anything. I really don't. I guess it was just like not somewhere I enjoy living. And there's a lot of people like if you look on YouTube, there's a lot of people actually moving to like Dubai, like the UAE. And puts in actually that Indian puts in thing was so good, you know. There's like drama going on A plus I don't even know about, honestly. I don't know. Putin, yeah. Do you miss being able to look out a window? No, I hated windows. I always had my windows like covered a lot of the time. I don't miss it. I have a window in the bedroom. I can literally just pull up the shades and open the window, and I have a window. But
Yeah, but do you? Do you open the windows to air the place out? Probably not.
no, we spend a lot of time outside anyway, so at the beach and stuff like that, as you've seen in our vlogs. Um, Again, I didn't swim because it's just not, there's just not something you do here, like Muslim women, and I don't even see non-Muslim women swimming. Like I saw a couple of in
Foodie, you are allowed to go to the beach and go swimming. You can wear a bikini. That's acceptable. It's just that you didn't want to. Just say, I don't want to go swimming. I'm not comfortable, and let it be done. Okay. You're not comfortable with going swimming. I don't think you're comfortable at your current weight, and you don't want to show that on camera.
Indian women, they didn't have hijab, so they weren't Muslim, I'm assuming. Although there are some Muslim who don't wear hijab. but they just dip their toes in the water. I don't know if the water's like super clean. I don't know, but yeah, we are planning on going to Saudi Arabia after Ramadan, inshallah.
Here's a little helpful tip, Chantal. If you ever decide to go fly somewhere and travel, the next time you decide to go on an airplane, make sure to buy two seats. Don't do what you did last time and not buy two seats and hold up the flight because you were trying to be sneaky and get away with just buying one seat. That's just rude. That is just absolutely rude to not buy two seats and delay a flight by 45 minutes. Okay? That's just rude. Consider the other people on the flight that they want to get to their destination as quickly as possible. Just buy the two seats, girl.
You're gonna have a vitamin D deficiency. Don't forget your vitamins. I take vitamins, Prince Beezer, but we actually do go out enough in the day, like almost every day, that I don't really have to worry about that. I don't feel like, you know, maybe, maybe in the middle of summer. Yeah, I think it starts getting really, really hot maybe next month. I don't know. I think we have another month of like pretty decent weather. I'm trying not to talk loud. I don't want to wake him up. That'd be a fun Eid trip. Yeah, I think it would just be too chaotic going during Ramadan, London. Your fam should plan on visiting in the future. Rebe, we did talk about that. Maybe, I don't know. They might find it a bit restrictive, but I don't at all. I like the restricting. I like the restrictions. You know what I mean? I don't mind. You should update your banner every single day. Seems to annoy people more than it should. Really? People are talking about my banner. It's going to cut. Yeah, it's going to be chaotic anytime you go. Yeah, but like Ramadan seems like it would be like, everyone would be going during Ramadan, and like I remember, like, I don't know, can you play the guitar? No, I can't. And then the keyboard. I've been learning the keyboard too. Salah's been teaching me, but it's actually easier than the guitar. I find it easier.
It's called guitar, not guitar. Guitar, Chantal. And I had an ex-husband who played guitar, electric guitar. I can't see you learning guitar. That takes a lot of patience and practice. And even as somebody that knew what he was doing, he would constantly practice to keep his fingers nimble. Okay? Don't play the guitar. You don't even know how to tune the guitar before you play it. Just don't, okay? Guitar is not for you.
Than the guitar. Papa Beezer fell asleep on us. He was supposed to be here, but I told him like sent him a text on WhatsApp and just said whenever he wakes up to come and chat or come out here. I am seeing his body all over thumbnails, and I'm just like every time I see it, I'm like, I'm so lucky. Like, not to sound like I'm bragging, but like I'm like, wow, he's so hot.
Oh, jeez. I'm sorry. I'm not being rude. I'm not being negative, Nancy, but Sala is not that hot. That's just my opinion. I'm entitled to it. He's not like a perfect 10. Maybe Chantal thinks he is because he's more attractive than maybe some other people she's been with in the past, but he's not all that. He's not all that, Chantal. And you know what? That is a great face. I'm all about a good thumbnail. That looks like another one. That's so great. I have to capture it while it's here. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Thank you, Chantal. Let's continue.
Like, to me, he's perfect. So I'm like, wow, he's so good looking. Should I make something to eat? I'm hungry. I made lentil soup. I could go heat some of that up again, but I already had a bowl. It was really good. It was really, really good. Easy recipe. I was supposed to make fish and rice, but the fish is marinating and I don't want to cook it. Like, I want to cook it, fry it fresh. So I don't want to cook it like while he's sleeping because he won't eat. Eid outfits? Yeah. Yeah, so I'm gonna be doing gym content. I think I'm gonna do like just vlogs about like daily vlogs about like the gym, how I'm handling Ramadan, stuff like this, and then maybe like an evening bees or something. But I cannot do cooking streams because I can't like I'll just sweat and I'll just be so miserable and red.
So get rid of that full size stove then. It makes no sense to have the stove if you're not going to cook. Because I can't see Sala cooking for you. What's the point of that full size stove? Just get a smaller stove. And as far as you're doing vlogs and stuff, the gym vlogs, I seriously hope that you're not going to take your camera into a gym where other ladies are present and turn your camera on. I seriously hope you're not going to do that. That'd be a serious violation of privacy.
And like huffy puffy. So until I'm healthier, my dad. No, this is an abaya that's actually smaller, on the smaller side. But I can't. It has makeup stain, like a little makeup stain, and I can't bring myself to throw it out because it has pockets, and I love the feel of it, like the material, and I really like it. You know. So I don't want to throw it out, man. We should all feel the same way about our partners. I know.
Let's move on.
Happen, you would go to prison right away for even talking any crap about people because it's detrimental um, to people's mental health. So, you know, I agree with that. Thank you, Squeaky. Uh, yeah. So let people nitpick. I really don't care at this point. Like honestly, I'm too honestly. People said like somebody made a really good point. Like just be happy with your husband. I'm really happy because at the end of the day, I have him, and that's all I care about. I have him. I have, you know, I'm alive and whatever. You know, if you lived in a beautiful castle, it was yeah. I really don't care. Like look at. I'll just consider the source. Like I'm not going to really listen to people who criticize me who don't even bother to show their face, don't bother to show their home, and don't have a husband of their own. So,
Oh, so what are you trying to say? That if the people that are reacting to you, if we're not in a relationship or we're not married, that we don't count? See, that's part of the problem with Chantal's thinking. In her mind, you have to be in a relationship to be worth something. Like a relationship, according to her, is tied to your self worth. That if you're single, you don't have as much worth as somebody who's in a relationship. That's just messed up, Foodie. That's messed up. Here's the problem with you. The relationship that you have, it's not a real relationship. You said long ago, all he has to do is fake love me. Well, guess what, girlfriend? Fake love, it would seem, is expensive because you're paying for it. You're paying for Sala. You're buying him stuff. That's the price you pay for fake love. Real love is priceless in value and it's free. So, this relationship that you have isn't even real. It's just something you can talk about on YouTube, but it's not the real thing. You just want to be able to get on camera and say, well, I've got a man, and look, he's good looking, and you're all jealous. You're all jealous of me. All of you single people, you're jealous of me. Wrong, Chantal. I'm not jealous of you. I'm single. I've been single for a while, but I've been married a couple of times and divorced a couple of times. So I walked down the aisle twice. Okay. And marriage, when it's real, when you have a partner that loves you and they truly are your partner, It is a beautiful thing. But if you are connected to or tied to someone that they're not into you, the love isn't there. It is the most miserable thing ever. And I would rather be single and have my head together than to live with someone or be in a relationship with someone that I know in my heart they're not my partner. But you're so desperate and thirsty to have a companion that you block out the fact that Sala is not into you, will never be into you. He's not into you, he's into your bank accounts. That's the part of you that he wants to be into deep. The rest he don't care about. So carry on, carry on thinking that you're above single people. You're not. You're absolutely not. And when Sala takes you for every dime, dollar, and nickel that you have, you'll be back to being single. And worse, you're going to be that much more broke. And I love that for you.
Really, it's just not even worth it. Yeah, exactly. You know, whatever. Have fun. But yeah, you're right, Rhonda, for sure. Um, what new profile picture? Oh, of my YouTube. So I'm drinking this.
You know, some of the VIVs in her chat just crack me up. Some of the things they say just make me shake my head. Like this person, not Deidre, saying a lot of people judge you from their double wide trailers. First of all, what's wrong with double wide trailers? I've seen some trailers that are just amazing. What's wrong with living in a trailer? And by the way, Deidre, a double wide trailer has a lot more room than Chantal's little apartment that she's got in Kuwait. Okay? I've seen some amazing trailers. There's no shame in living in a trailer. No shame at all. Some people prefer it. It's a house you can take anywhere if you want to. Trying to shame people for living in a double wide at the same time that Chantal's in an apartment so small that she can't even move around properly.
Freeze mix blue Hawaii tropical fruits. Probably totally all artificial, but whatever. I want to make Indomie. You know, it has nothing to do with your apartment. They just want to make content to keep a roof over their heads. Embarrassing. Yeah, yeah, exactly. I'm thankful that I don't have to do that. I don't have to cut people down every day to make a living.
You know what, Reba? Let me address you for a minute. She says, you know, it has nothing to do with your apartment. They just want to make content to keep a roof over their heads. Ma'am, ma'am, obviously you're not a YouTuber. Obviously not. Because if you were, you would know that Google AdSense doesn't pay out that much. You get paid a very small amount per thousand views. Some channels do better than others, that's true. But we're not rolling in the dough with Chantal. If you have a monetized channel, it's just side money. It's just like shopping money. That's it. We're not rolling in the dough. And isn't it funny that you're making this claim about the reaction channels or channels that cover Chantal at the same time? This is Chantal's only income. She's relying on YouTube to pay her bills and pay for Sala. Like this is it for her. She has no other job. She has no other income, no side hustle going on. This is it. Whenever she does a vlog anymore, she makes sure to make it at least 8 minutes so she can monetize it. Notice that all of her vlogs are at least 8 minutes. She does the bare basic minimum for content. That's it.
It's totally, totally like honestly, I feel blessed for that. Oh, it's just like a carbonated blue Hawaii tropical. I don't know. Stella always buys these. I don't know. It's like, it tastes like a blue freezy, honestly. They look like beer bottles. Yeah. So that's that. I tried putting this hijab on. Doesn't look good at all. It looks like a green giant. Hello. It's like hair. Hi. Just enjoy being able to apartment and shame you after you said, okay, no, that's not valid because I only made one Motel 6 comment after being
No, 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 no. Oh, I'm not going to let you get away with that lie. No. You made many comments about the Motel 6. Although I did a video long ago showing the comparison of the Motel 6 rooms compared to your villa. And the Motel 6 rooms won by a knockout punch. The Motel 6 rooms were so much nicer than the villa. Your villa was trashed. But you've constantly thrown shade at the Motel 6, even though, ironically, you and Natter used to spend time in crappy, nasty, filthy, scummy motels when the two of you would meet up. Scummy, nasty, nasty motels. Ew, 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 ew. Imagine someone like Foodie throwing shade at the Motel 6. And then when she wants to do a romantic get together with Natter, going to the scummiest, nastiest, disgusting motel rooms. It, like that was the romantic getaway for those two. And then later on shaming the Motel 6. Why?
being bullied by somebody for 2 years. So I think my one Motel 6 comment is not equal.
No, no. You kept implying that French Fry Girl lived in a Motel 6 motel room. Trying to throw shade at FFG and Motel 6 at the same time. Although if FFG did live in a Motel 6 room, what's wrong with that? Not that she does. I'm sure she lives in a nice home. But what's wrong with a Motel 6 room, Foodie? A Motel 6 room at this point has a lot more space and is nicer than your entire apartment, girl.
At all. So if that's what people justify to keep, I don't even care. Like, honestly, Colonel, like, consider the source of where it's coming from. Seriously, do you think I care? No, at all. I like the color too, but it's like a jersey hijab, and they always look weird. They cling to my head. I look like a surfer or like a scuba diver. Ugh. That color would look good on you, especially with their eyes. Thanks, Rhonda. Sabre, so how are you celebrating your birthday? I love that shade of green. It reminds me of all the shirts Peter Steele would wear. Really? You really like Peter Steele, huh? Hello, Lacey. Do people recycle? I don't know, Lacey. I don't think so. Show again, scuba look. I'm gonna lower my AC, I think. Need more flow. Yeah. Hey, Lusty Tire Fire. Welcome back. Ready, set, bees. Ready, set, bees. I need to like go lower the AC. Hold on. I gotta move this out of the way.
I got a prediction. If she, this is not to be mean, but if she keeps gaining weight at the rate that she's gaining, soon she's going to have that AC cranked down to sub-zero.
Oh, it's on 22.
Poor Salah's going to have to walk in that house with full winter gear on just to be able to deal with Chantal.
This is BS.
It's okay. She just complained that it's too hot, yet she's putting more clothing on. Make that make sense.
Yeah, I can get stuff delivered. Man, we ordered. So, like, Solana and I were talking, and we thought it would be a good idea to make videos like driving around all of Kuwait to show all of Kuwait. Like, some people might like that in the future.
Oh, great. More driving videos. Just what we need. More shots of the highway and the power lines and the sides of the bridge. Oh, wonderful. Interesting, great content, Chantal. Wonderful. No static locations, but just more driving like we need anymore.
A lot of people like driving videos, and now that we have 4K, you know, so he ordered this thing you put on your like the mirror in the car, and it holds the phone. Instead, like, we're checking Amazon. Super expensive, would have taken forever. So he ordered from this like shop here in Kuwait.
Wait, hold on a second. What did you just say? Back it up. I got to hear that again.
Yeah, I can get stuff delivered. Man, we ordered. So, like, Solana and I were talking, and we thought it would be a good idea to make videos like driving around all of Kuwait to show all of Kuwait. Like, some people might like that in the future. A lot of people like driving videos, and now that we have 4K, you know, so he ordered this thing you put on your like the mirror in the car, and it holds the phone. Instead, like, we're checking Amazon. Super expensive, would have taken forever.
So, why I replayed that? Chantal said in a comment somewhere that they can't get Amazon where they are. Now she's saying that they can order stuff from Amazon, but it would just take forever. So you can get stuff off Amazon there. You can get Amazon delivery there. Huh. So why did you say that you can't get Amazon there then, Chantal?
So he ordered from this like shop here in Kuwait. The guy delivered it like the next day. Like, it was so cool. So now we have that. I don't know what I'm doing with this. I'm just improvising. Oh, Carolyn, hold on. There we go. Carolyn, member for 17 months. Wow, loyalty Beezer, thank you. Ready, set, rebees.
Chantal, you just sat there and complained about it's too hot in the house. So why are you wrapping more stuff around your head? Wouldn't that just make you feel hotter?
I should try. Oh, actually, yeah, Rhonda, I know. I need to try something. It makes my eyes pop, and my eyeliner's everywhere. Thank you. It's not on properly, but whatever. I'm supposed to cover my ginormous, you know. I love using driving videos to fall asleep too. And you guys should see, like, Kuwait City is really pretty. Like, there's different areas of Kuwait. Even a lot I haven't been to. So I can just hear people now. She shouldn't be eating chocolate. She's fat. Coming from other fat people. Okay. So whatever. That looks good. Thanks, Sabre. Oh, thanks, PNV. That's cute. Chocolate is so good, yeah.
So is this why you waited until Sala wasn't there or went to bed? You're sneak eating. Is this why you stay up late? You wait till he goes to bed so you can do that sneak eating, Chantal?
So, you got any gossip? I was watching like a little bit of like Yo Mama's stream. Was it yesterday? I think yesterday. I like to have something to listen to when I'm like doing dishes or boring crap, like housework crap.
Chantal, you have a small house. How long would it take you to clean up everything and do the dishes? There's not that many dishes. Even if every dish in the house were dirty, it wouldn't take but all of 15 minutes to clean it.
And there were so many, like, there were a few weirdos anyway. Body shaming, Salah. Like, and when, this is why I like Yo Mama, because he really just calls out the total BS of all these people. Imagine being as hot as Salah and being body shamed in the most disgusting way by somebody like FFG. Imagine.
Imagine that. Imagine somebody like Foodie Beauty who makes a point to body shame people whenever she's got the opportunity. She does it in her community post. She does it in her live stream. She constantly posting pictures of people on her community post, reactors, talking about other people, talking about people's looks and their bodies. Not her doing that. She's constantly talking about other people's looks and bodies, insinuating that all reactors are overweight or super morbidly obese or fat when she herself is over 500 pounds. So rules for me but not for thee, is that the thinking? Is that what's going on here? It's okay if you do it, but if other people do it, then it's a problem. You know, Sala has talked about people, you've talked about people, you continue to talk about people. You're sitting here, it's 3 o'clock in the morning, eating and saying, "What's the gossip, y'all?" Ramadan is right around the corner, and you're supposed to be a newly reverted Muslim woman. You should be staying away from gossip, not coming on camera and looking for content, looking for topics to talk about because you're so lazy, you won't research topics. So your solution is to go to your audience and say, "What's the gossip, y'all? Who can we talk about right now? Who can we shame right now?" Not something you should be doing, Miriam.
Hi, Barbara. Exactly, knew me. No matter what, they're on a campaign to cancel me. Good luck with that.
You know what, Numi? I disagree. I don't know if you're a man or a woman. I can't see your picture. But you say people are going to criticize you no matter what you do at this point. They're on a campaign to cancel you. This is where you're wrong. We are not on a campaign to cancel her. Let me tell you why. Because we would rather Chantal cancel herself. And she's doing a great job. She's doing a fabulous job all on her own. We don't have to do anything. No, we are just reactors and we're sitting back with our popcorn, with our tea, watching her do it to herself. It's more rewarding that way. We don't have to do a thing. She can't point the finger at us. She is doing a fine job hurting herself. Nobody has to lift a finger.
I don't know why, but who cares? A plus, yeah, that would be nice. All the chemicals, I know, and candy, I know. And don't they make it with like beetle juice?
Keep in mind, y'all, she said earlier in this live stream, "I'm not going to do any cooking lives until I get healthy." So here she is at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, sitting up and eating a bunch of junk food. Not exactly the thing you want to do if you want to get healthy, and not the thing you want to do if you plan on working out later on.
Like the color red. She's just mad. I mean, I don't know how people watch that and don't like she literally makes a 3 hour stream out of like a 10-minute video about like she says like they're just reaching so hard for content. It's just it's amazing. It's like they out the like
And what do you do? What do you do? Talk about reaching hard for content. Let's talk about your content for a minute, Chantal. You're so lacking in anything interesting that you did an apartment reveal and you're pointing out things that were not interesting just to make an 8-minute video. And when you went to the restaurant, madam, madam, even though you went to the restaurant, it was just an 8-minute video. And half of that was the last part of the outro. You went to another country. There's all kinds of things to see and do, and you're not showing very much. So you want to talk about us reaching for content? You're not reaching for much of anything where you are. You promised people interesting, better content. It's we have yet to see it.
wasn't there a comment that like I shouldn't be on the beach because I'm fat?
But by criticizing the way that we're reacting to you, you can't do that without throwing shade on yourself. You're calling our reactions boring, but why are they boring if they are boring? It's because we're reacting to you and your content is boring, and there's only so much we can do with it. We do what we can. We add our humor, we add our wit, we put in different things, we do our editing. But a boiled potato is just a boiled potato. You understand? Your content is not interesting to start with. And if you're doing a boring apartment reveal where there's not much to see, and doing restaurant vlogs with really bad shots of the food, what can we do with that?
Or whatever, just because I'm sitting in the sand and not going in the water. Like I've explained that in the video. Like people just don't even listen to the video. Like I'm not gonna swim in public. It's not gonna happen. It's a Muslim thing. Not only that, like okay, if it was a problem with me being fat and swimming, what how do you explain Cuba?
I'm just going to give my opinion here. I think she's allowed to swim. I think she just don't want to. In my opinion, Foodie thinks that by wearing the abaya and wearing the hijab, that disguises how much weight she's gained and how much she is gaining. And if she put on a burkini, that would be more revealing to what her body actually looks like. And she doesn't want to do that. She doesn't want people to know just how truly big she has become and that she is becoming. She wants to hide the problem rather than fix the problem.
How do you explain me being in Cuba, swimming in the ocean every day, but I can't? You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yes, you went to Cuba, you went to the beach, and you put on a one piece. Good for you. But that was in Cuba. You've gained a lot since then. And I think even you know that. And for someone who is a woman of a bigger size, that you claim that you don't care how much you weigh, I think you very much do care. You are ashamed of it to the point where you're trying to find any means necessary to disguise it, to cover it up. But not being rude, Chantal, but you're getting to the point with your size where you're not going to be able to cover it all up much longer. There's only so much that clothing and filters can do.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, Mimi, it's like a lot of the weird theories contradict one another. Like with the phone, she gave Salah money to pay for the phone. I'm broke as hell, okay? And Salah just got a really nice contract. Like he had gotten a really nice new contract with his business. By the way, we're working on a video. Um, we're gonna take you guys to the shops, show you some of the shops, like not the shop names, but like his actually the stores where the markets where his um products are sold. And he has, I showed you guys like the hand soaps. Well, a lot of people here in Kuwait like them. So
Listen, when does Salah have time to work on anything but Chantal? When does he have time? Chantal has said that Salah has to answer his phone every hour on the hour. And whenever he leaves the house, that he has to have his phone on to show her where he's at. And he's always around to bring her food. And they go out at night and they're out all day filming sometimes. So how can you commit yourself to two jobs at the same time? How can he cater to Chantal and her insecurities and her jealousies and bring her food? Because she's not even in a position where she can go get her own food. If she needs something, she can't go get it herself. She doesn't have a car. She doesn't have a license over there. So she's depending on Salah for everything. So how is he running around for her and at the same time taking care of a business? Because being part of a business, you got to devote a lot of time to that, a lot of focus to that. And Chantal is someone that she wants attention. She's always needing attention. So how is he accomplishing both and getting his sleep at the same time? It just doesn't seem feasible to me.
he got a really good new clientele and he was able to buy me that. And also, I never have money if it's not payday. And this was like bought when it wasn't payday.
Ma'am, we've known you in the past to go get payday loans. And if you're over there catering to the Foodie people, which I think you are very much, you're catering to them more and more. Here's what I think. My theory, I'm throwing it on the table for y'all. I think some of the things she does in her videos, those are requests from the Foodie people. Like somebody might private message her somewhere, and that's why she's given out her email and all that, and her PayPal. She might be getting requests from the Foodie people who might want to throw her some money for a request here and there. And so she has some extra walking around money. And depending on the request and what it entails is how much she gets paid. So she'll do the request on YouTube, get paid on YouTube through the Google AdSense, and get paid by the Foodie privately. So she might be getting money from that.
So am I broke or which one is it? Am I broke or I paid for the phone myself? Like it can't be both. You know what I mean? So it's just like anybody with a little bit of brain power would be able to realize, you know? So it's like I realize like there's no point in raging about these things anymore. It's just really ridiculous, you know?
You know, Chantal, I'm just going to throw a term at you probably never heard before. And this was something that I heard years ago working in the club. Somebody who worked there told me the term golden handcuffs. Because a lot of girls that I work with, they had the golden handcuffs. And I said, well, what is that? What are the golden handcuffs? And the golden handcuffs are people that they make a lot of money, but as soon as they make it, they spend it. Like they get a bunch of money in pocket, but then they spend that money on things they don't need and then be broke the next day. The golden handcuffs. I think you are one of those people that you make a lot of money, but you spend all that money very quickly to where you're constantly broke. You'll get thousands in pocket, and within a few days, it's all gone. It's spent. Example: you're living in an apartment that's really small. And then you're going to turn around and buy a $2,000 iPhone for what? Who needed that? Why did you need it? Why spend that money on an iPhone? Why not be smarter and get a bigger place if you need a bigger place? Girl, you could have upgraded to a better place to live. But no, golden handcuffs.
No. Yeah, PNV. Nobody will. No. Broke is an attitude. And so what? Even if I was broke, like what does that matter? Like when did I ever claim that I was rich? When did I ever claim? Actually, I've always come on here and talked about my financial problems very openly. Um I don't know. I feel like people really just don't, it's so ignorant to think that like just because of my size that I can't get a man to pay for anything. It's so weird. Yeah, how am I broke and I pay for two apartments? Right. Yeah. It's just there's no motive for me to be in two apartments like at all. That's like really weird. Exactly, Taby. I know. But they just sound super petty, like complaining about the
Oh, and here's this person trying to throw shade at Kaya, saying Kaya's shed review would take a whole 5 seconds. You know what, Rhonda? Kaya's place, she owns it. It's hers. Where Chantal is staying, it's not even in her name. So even if Kaya did own a shed, it belongs to her. She's got the key and she can walk out and walk back in anytime she wants. So why are people trying to throw shade at where people live? Like Motel 6 or a shed. Who cares? If somebody lives in a shed or Motel 6, it's their home. It's where they feel comfortable. Chantal's in a teeny tiny apartment in Kuwait by her choosing. She could have stayed at the villa, which was a lot nicer. But she's so stupid with her money that here we are in Kuwait in a tiny apartment. It didn't have to go that way.
thermostat or like whatever. And I even explained in my video, like I turn off, there's a separate switch for the washer and dryer. Like the washer and dryer, we've never had a problem so far. Like there's no, the water from the shower doesn't even go that far, even if the electric was on for that. It has its own completely separate electric thing. Like, we're not that dumb. Hi, crispy buns.
Yeah, I mean, I got questions as far as the washer and dryer in the bathroom, all those exposed wires, the moisture in there. Like, I'm just trying to picture Chantal trying to bathe herself carefully to where she's not getting water everywhere. I just can't see how that can't happen. I know they have one of those things you can just take, you can put it in your hand and like put the water on you, but she would also need room to, to reach down to bathe things. How can you bathe in that space that close to anything electrical and nothing get wet? Make sure that there's no moisture getting onto the wires, into the outlets. It's just a hazard. It's a fire hazard. Hello, electrical shock. Water conducts electricity. You're going to shock yourself, Chantal.
It must be really, yeah, boring, pathetic. I don't know. I don't know. But some of the things they say is just so disgusting that like I can't believe like I ever if I ever talked like that, I can't believe I ever talked like that. Said really, really disgusting things. Like
You still say disgusting things. You are a newly reverted Muslim woman. You should not be gossiping. Yet in this live stream, you're like, what's the gossip? You're supposed to be a Muslim woman now. Why are you gossiping? Why are you looking to talk about people?
just the way they body shamed Salah, like I really I'm just like it's just laughable. Like it's just like you're clearly miserable and super effing jealous. That's it completely what it is.
Sorry, no, not jealous of you, not jealous of Salah, not jealous of either one of you.
because he's not ugly, he's not fat, but the person doing the judging is those things. And like, I know it makes me not any better to say that, but like, I mean, come on. Exactly. Like, sorry, but he's super hot. He's not a bodybuilder, but we never claimed he was. You know, yeah, so grasping. Mama Goob, no, no. Mm-mm. Actually, I don't know why anybody, including me myself, talks. I don't do that though. Like, I don't have videos of other people on my channel again, but people to just body shame other people in the community, or like, um, what does that have to do with your character? Like, what do your looks have to do with your character? You know what I mean? Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. You know, like for me, I don't know if you guys are like this, but have you ever been in a situation where you meet somebody and they're just like, they're super, super good looking, but they're completely, their personality is shit and like it turns you off of them?
Oh, stop it, Chantal. You don't care about a person's personality. The first thing you see and the only thing you care about is how they look. It's all connected to your ego. It is. You're like, oh, he's so hot. That's the number one thing with you, how they look. It's a status thing with you. You wouldn't care if the person's got a crap personality. All you care about is how they look and can you buy them for a time? Can you rent them for a time? And that's Sala's purpose with you is to be your companion and to look halfway decent.
They could be the hottest person, you know, but they're just like they're just like so unstable and so horrible, you know what I mean?
You just described yourself right there.
So, um so yeah, before you call me horrible, but like and vile, please look at the community around you, because
You know what? You are horrible and vile.
I'm not the one sitting here body shaming somebody for like 2 hours, or leaving businesses reviews and trying to mess with people's livelihoods every chance I get. I don't do that shit. So actually, compared to most people claiming that I'm vile, you're actually way, way, way worse, way worse. And I've realized this. Hi, K Bella. And it's just like so weird, the mentality. And people don't have that mentality here. Like, they don't have that at all. Like, you don't, it just isn't a thing. You know. So if people think they're going to try to like smear my name here, if anything, like on TikTok, whatever, if anything, like if you see people, they have comments about me, like if somebody makes a video about me on TikTok trying to out me as all this bad stuff, blah blah blah, um you'll see a lot of Muslim people being like, she's trying to do better, Kuwait's not really like that. They just make themselves look Islamophobic, racist, and like a bunch of jerks. That's pretty much all it's been. Dear.
No, it's just you're mad because maybe you were under the impression that you could just go onto TikTok and your bad reputation and everything you've done would not follow you there, and it has followed you there. See, that's the problem, Chantal, with building your online presence in the way that you have. When you create a YouTube channel and you work overtime being the most horrible, vile, offensive, gross person you can be, you try to think of everything in the world to upset people or offend people, thinking that you can just hop over to another platform after you've ruined yourself on one platform. Your behavior is going to follow you there. And people that know about you are going to go there and tell other people. And that's what's made you angry. You thought you could hop over to TikTok and be successful there and leave all the YouTube stuff behind. And that hasn't happened because there are people like Milky Chai that she's basically made a bunch of videos about you and showing people who you are. And now she has a YouTube channel and doing great on her YouTube channel. You hate that. You hate the fact that your reputation and all of your misdeeds are following you wherever you go. So any dreams you might have had of being successful on TikTok are not going to happen.
Here's your shit bell. Yeah, it's so weird that like that person's a teacher, but whatever. Wear green more. I love green. I love green. I like it a lot more now. I really appreciate it. My grandma's favorite color was always emerald. So, but I like YouTube. I like talking to you guys. I like doing vlogs. I like sharing my life with you guys, you know? So I just have to accept that being picked up.
I don't think so much. What she said she said not to recent that words. Where are my words? Chantal said recently that she hates YouTube. She's burnt out on YouTube. She said it outright. I hate being on YouTube, but yet she won't leave. You want to know why she won't leave? Because this is it for her. Because she's been on YouTube for 5 years and she's established herself here and she's making a paycheck here. And she worked hard on being the train wreck of YouTube. And to start up on any other platform, whether it's Twitch, whether it's TikTok, she would have to start all over again. And that's impossible now because all the things she's done on YouTube are going to follow her everywhere. And she's not working hard on changing herself truly, turning over a new leaf, abandoning her past behaviors, abandoning her bad manners and vile words. She's not working on being a different person where she can get away with turning over the new leaf. No, she's still hanging on to the parts of herself that are still toxic. Those things have not changed. She's not growing from the inside. She's growing from the outside. And wherever she goes, people are going to bring up things from her past. Because the past is actually the present. She keeps saying, that's the past. That's things I did in the past. Well, it's not the past, really, if you keep repeating the same behaviors, if you're still the same person. So the past is actually the present. And that's why it still matters.
Apart by people who are clearly miserable in their own life, and I don't know what their problem is. Unstable. You know, happy people. A lot of people talk about my happiness. Happy people don't do that to other people at all. Hi, Pretty D. Hello, JJ. Nothing better to do. Exactly. It's really sad. And I found that rich coming from you know who. Like, I heard a comment of like she was like telling your mama like you really have nothing better to do than to stream snipe. Like that's what you do. That's your whole life is stream sniping and stealing content. But okay, like, will you supporting fellow romantic artist Lana Del Rey and stream? Did you know that there's a tunnel? I don't really listen to Lana Del Rey. Getting rid of the negative bullying Beezers has improved your mood in life so much. Yeah, exactly. Like I just also don't like other than Yo Mama, like I don't really watch people. So and I don't research my name anymore. So really I don't see it and I'm good. Like, you know, I'm not freaking out, raging. I'm still giving things probably more attention than I should, but um if any of your haters posted the exact video you did, people would be praising them on how beautiful everything is. Don't take anything these fools say. Exactly, Numi. Do you think you'd be able to stop mentioning reaction channels? Yeah, for sure, Lulu. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, when's that going to happen? When are you going to stop talking about the reaction channels? When are you going to stop bringing up FFG and everybody else? That's part of your content.
No Nominus called Salas, how are you feeling? Where's our King Beezer? King Beezer is fast asleep. I can't believe that either, Prince Beezer. I don't know. I think people like do things thinking it's gonna like trigger me, and it's just not going to ever again. Just feel flattered that you live rent free in so many. Yeah. Yeah, and honestly, like we love our place, so anyone else's opinion of it is totally irrelevant. Um, Salah's things were in the wardrobe, and he has like he has like some watches. I don't know, he never wears them, but he has really nice watches. He has like a really nice Guess watch, another brand, a really expensive brand, a lot of nice colognes and things, and they're stored under the entertainment center. I wasn't sure if like he would want me to show them or not, but he's like, yeah, it would have been fine. This says more about their life than it does about yours. These people need to find a hobby, get a job, and stop living. Yeah, I mean, let's compare. Like, let's just compare just for petty sake. I literally, people were like, she's never going to go to Kuwait. I've traveled here twice. I now live here permanently.
No, you don't. You're on a visa. You're not a permanent resident. So, line number one, you're on a visa. That's why you and Sala want to travel, because once your visa runs out, you have to travel. But good luck with that.
With my husband, who's fake, apparently. There's just so many things that I've debunked.
No, you haven't. You haven't debunked anything.
I'm not going to show my marriage certificate, but if
Why not?
we weren't married, we'd be at a big risk of being in prison, and we would never take that risk. So yes, we've been.
Yes, you would. You absolutely would. You would take that risk just because, Chantal, you're running from the tax man. Everybody knows it. You're running from the tax man. You owe thousands in back taxes in Canada. That's why you ran to Kuwait. You're trying to get away from the tax man. Although I'm pretty sure they can find you in Kuwait if they wanted to, but you were running from all of your problems and all your responsibilities. You ran to a complete another country to get away from your problems. Although wherever you go, your problems are going to follow you and they're going to catch up to you eventually. Where you're staying at right now, I'm sure there's a reason why Sala is not there most of the time. I don't think he lives with you. I think you are kind of hiding out in that apartment.
We've been married and we are married.
No, you're not.
What else? His business that's coming up soon because we're going to show you his warehouse. Um, yeah, Aisha made a really good point about the plastic bottles. She, a lot of companies here use plastic bottles for like body sprays and things because of the fact that they use them in mosques and they don't want them breaking on the carpet. That's actually really true. And yeah, so anyway, um, but I find people are very culturally ignorant when it comes to a lot of things that So anyway, um, I have like the hottest husband. I don't care if that's bragging, whatever. He's so gorgeous. Not only is he gorgeous, but he is an amazingly supportive, non-cheating. He's not a cheating douchebag.
Well, that's debatable. If he's not there most of the time, Foodie, and if you're there alone most of the time, how do you know what he's doing? How do you know? How do you know for sure? Trust me, if a man wants to cheat or a woman wants to cheat, they'll find a person, a place, a time, and an opportunity. And if he's not doing something with you, he's still young. I'm sure he's doing something with somebody else. You may not know, you may not see it, but it's happening. He's getting his jolly somewhere. And you being the starfish queen, you don't sound like much fun to me.
Like he's amazing in every way. So people living with their parents versus a certain somebody, for example, or many people do this actually. They'll play my apartment tour video, pause every 1 second to criticize a wire, to criticize. Like, if you really thought I care what you think about my apartment, do you think I would have posted the video? Because I been knew already that that would happen. Like, obviously, I'm not dumb. As I'm like already like filming, I'm like, watch, they're gonna complain about this. You're predictable and tiresome. Like, just if it's so boring, seriously, you need to do something. It's really sad.
Chantal, in the apartment reveals that you shown before, you told us about the fact that you can't leave the apartment because the door locks, which is a fire hazard because you can't fit through the window. Then in the last apartment reveal, showing a propane tank next to a microwave, and now we're seeing exposed wires, electrical wires in the bathroom where it's wet, where it can get wet. You can shock yourself. So you're saying everybody's criticizing you for your apartment reveal. We're just pointing out how dangerous the place is. Look, you want to live in a place that's full of hazards? Go for it. We're just pointing out how stupid you are to live in a place that dangerous.
Where's Elizabeth? Hi, Elizabeth. Hi. I know. Oh, it's 8:30. What time is it in Canada? Colonel, I won't be raging ever again. The haters are miserable. That's why they do. Yeah, exactly, Barbara. Hi, Meg. I mean, in order to obsess over every little detail about somebody you don't like, you know, I got an email.
Reacting to somebody is not obsessing over somebody. The people that react to Chantal, like myself, we're just reacting to her. Doesn't mean we're obsessed. It just means that we're providing content for people that they're interested in what's going on with Foodie Beauty, but they don't want to give her the direct view and put money directly into her pocket. We are giving the alternatives. For those of you that are interested in the Foodie Beauty story, you have a choice. Either you can go directly to Chantal's channel and give her the view and watch her directly, or you can watch a reaction channel and still keep up with things and not give her the view. But none of that is obsession.
There's a petition to get you off. Oh, okay. Moving on with my day. I don't care. A petition for what? And then I told Salah this. I'm like, people want to petition me off of social media because they don't like me, so they use an excuse of animal abuse or whatever. But I'm sorry. What would you do if I wasn't on YouTube? What
React to other people, do other things, have more fun.
would you do? I really, really want to test that theory, actually.
Then go for it. Oh, please do. Take yourself off of YouTube. Take a long break. Take a month off. Can you do that? Will you do that? Tell you what, Ramadan is about to happen. You said that you were going to work out and take care of yourself. Take a month off. Do precisely that. Let's see how long you last. You can't even go 2 days without posting, Chantal. You need your attention fix.
I really want to ghost for like a month and see what people would do.
But you're never going to do it, though. You're never going to be off of YouTube because we all know, we've been known, you're paying Sala. So where are you going to get the money to pay Sala if you're off YouTube? Because that's your only income.
Because if I'm not mistaken, for example, FFG, she talks crap about my apartment in the most petty, stupid way, hypocritical way ever. Talks about my husband's body in a hypocritical way.
And how much have you talked about her? All the horrible things you said about her.
Whatever. Says he has childbearing hips. You don't have any at all. So, and gets like 30K views, okay? Talks about
Oh, you're jealous. She's so jealous. You're so mad, Chantal. You pocket watching everybody. Oh, look at you, jealous.
This weirdo in a van, she lost over 5K views. So I'd really like to know how people are going to pay their bills with.
What do you care though? Why are you so concerned with how we pay our bills and how we pay our rent? Why are you so concerned? You honestly think you're the be all end all of YouTube, that without you, YouTube would just fall down. Wrong. There's all kinds of stuff to do. There's all kinds of people to cover besides you. Take a month off and see what happens.
Without my content. Can anyone answer that? So please, yeah, petition me to get me off the platform because I'll just join another one. And then what? You're going to be the ones hurting. You're going
No, not really. We're not going to be hurting. We'll be just fine.
to be the ones uh, downgrading your abode because of that. So
Not likely.
shoot yourself in the face. That's what you'd be doing. K Bella, I've been watching for years, girl. Trust me. I know K Bella, I remember you. So I remember when you rejoined. Thank you. Ready, set, rebees. Yeah, exactly, Barbara. Rumble? Really? Is it like taking off more? Hate gets more views because you can hide behind an avatar on the internet, and she proved it the night of the fashion show being fake. And I saw, yeah. LDA, yeah. I mean, that's the thing. Like, I don't know. I don't know. All these people are freaking weird and a mess, and I just don't want them in my, you know, energy anymore. Who is obviously, how do I say this? Anyway, never mind. Or hey, Kara's Corner. Have been watching maintain a family. Take your kids out, enjoy life, whatever. Do it with your husband. Like, do anything, and then have the time and and just like research people all day. It's so weird. I don't get it. I would be able to do something like this. Like it's just something that like naturally like came about. You know what I mean? Been a silent watcher for a while. Wanted to tell you that you were truly glowing lately. Thank you.
Okay, she's getting boring. So this react is already at 2 hours, so we'll just cut it off here. I know there's a lot that I'm probably not going to cover, but she's not going to rage. She's not going to do anything interesting. Just going over the same 4 or 5 subjects. So we'll just end it here. Hope you guys have enjoyed this react video. If you have, please like and subscribe and leave a comment. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. And take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.